Okay, everybody, we'll get going. Hopefully, a few more people will join us as we go through. Welcome this evening. I'm just going to share you my desktop so we can talk through the presentation. First of all, welcome to the second Cricket in Surrey update. This is coming live. Paul Taylor here, Director of Cricket Participation. If you haven't already done so, it looks like most of you have, please mute your microphone so there's no background noise. Any questions you have, please feel free to fire them through via the messaging service that's linked to Skype. As I said, this is the second of these presentations that we've done, a way of us trying to get out to the wider network and directly to people rather than rely on you coming directly to meetings. This is another opportunity of you dialing in and getting the latest information from the Surrey Cricket Foundation and ECB, and obviously opportunities for the club network to hopefully buy into. So I'm going to start off by doing a few slides on the cricket participation landscape in Surrey, what opportunities are coming up over the next couple of years probably. It's all exciting stuff in club world and in cricket foundation world with a new strategy coming from ECB. But we needed somewhere to start from, and apologies to those of you that have come to the recent club seminars, but some of this stuff is going to be the same, so hopefully it won't be too boring, but you'll get a flavour and a bit more detail about what's going on. This is life in the world of Paul Taylor over the years, starting back in Derbyshire days in 1984 that was, up to present day. So we'll quickly move on from that. Cricket participation in Surrey, how do we currently measure it? It is quite difficult. There's so much cricket that takes place that actually measure on stuff is quite difficult, but we have got some measures in place at the moment which hopefully shows how well we're doing or otherwise. So one of the areas we look at is our schools programme. Obviously that's for our main area of focus in terms of getting people playing the game. So we look at the number of coaching participants that are taking place in our coaching programs, but also how many teachers within those programs are getting trained as well, trying to make the schools program more sustainable in the long term. Secondly, we look at our competitions program, that's schools competitions and also club competitions, and one of the measures is around the number of teams entering. And that again gives us a decent gauge as to how we are doing in terms of, if there's more teams entering our competitions, we'd like to think there's more players playing at the same time, both in our school and club network. And finally, within our club mark clubs, obviously we'd like to get information from every club out there. We know that's not easy, but we've got a starting point. So we ask each year our club mark clubs how many playing members they have, both junior and senior. So there is a decent measure there, again, just to benchmark ourselves about how well we are doing. That is obviously only a snapshot of participation in the county, but it's a starting point, and we obviously want to try and build on that over the years. So we'll start off with our schools programme, just so you can see where we're at the moment. This is an online system, so every chance of science session that we do, which is where most of our funding comes from, is put online, and it throws out a report every year just to show how much coaching we've done, how many people have taken part, etc., etc. So that is a bit of a snapshot as to what's happened over the last few years. 16, 17 and 18, showing the number of schools that have taken part in the programme. And that's not necessarily the same schools. We do rotate it around year by year. The number of coaching hours delivered, number of children that receive regular coaching, the number of school matches, and the number of teachers receiving training. I think the healthy number at the bottom over the last couple of years, more and more teachers are wanting to get involved with cricket, and we do lots of teacher training, both formal and informal, to help educate them to obviously take cricket farther and wider within the school, rather than just relying on the coaches going into the schools. Just to give you a bit of one disappointing fact from my perspective is that number, because that's less than previous years. The reason that is because we have an allocated number of hours to give out to clubs to utilise this resource as a way of getting coaching into your local primary schools. And we were unable to allocate about 500 hours worth of coaching last year to the club world. And we had to give that money back to Chance to Shine at the end of the year, which is something I don't want to do. And it's something that is an opportunity potentially going forward for clubs who want schools coaching. Potentially have got their own coach to deliver that school coaching. We can give you some resources hours to actually facilitate that. We do have some of our own coaches that we utilise, so if you haven't got a coach, there may also be an opportunity for us to supply you with a coach as we move forward. But the last thing I want to do is actually give money back to a potential funder that could be utilised certainly out in the club world. Okay, moving on. Within the Surrey Competitions Programme, there's a couple of elements to this. There's firstly, obviously, through Chance to Shine again, there are inter-school matches that take place as part of that programme, but also we have the Surrey Schools Cricket Associations that run competitions for us as well. And then we also engage with the junior and senior leagues just to make sure, again, it's the number of teams entering their competitions, just to see how those trends are going, and hopefully they are increasing. So we'll start off with the schools. With the schools competition, this is purely the competitions that the Surrey Cricket Foundation run at the moment. So last year we had 821 teams, it's 2017. Obviously the split there of primary and secondary schools. Last year that went up to 895, which is a good thing to see, and this is purely state school cricket. Secondary schools stayed quite static, but the number of primary schools increased quite a lot, which is a really, really good sign. So hopefully that's going to continue and the trend will be onwards and upwards. Outside of this, we've got the Surrey School Cricket Association. Chairman is Phil Everest, who run a whole host of competitions for various age groups. This is state schools and independent schools, and this programme again over the years has gone from strength to strength. And Phil keeps every bit of information to hand and was able to supply me with this wonderful chart that just shows how the competitions programme has grown within his association. So all of these competitions going back over the last 10 years, we've now got 312 schools entering in 2019. And again, there's been consistent growth pretty much over the years, which is a really, really good sign. So the state schools programme and the schools association programme are growing, which is a really healthy sign. So the fact that they say cricket in schools is dead, I question that a little bit. Obviously there's a lot more we could be doing, but the state in Surrey at the moment seems to be reasonably good and hopefully will improve as we move forward, and we'll talk more about that later. Within the club network, we engage with the junior and the senior leagues. We have a meeting, we have a working group looking at junior and senior league cricket, made up of senior members of all the leagues, and we collate various information from them. This gives you a snapshot of what junior league cricket is looking like at the moment. And hopefully you can see that, but we've had a small growth in 2019 of the number of teams entering the various competitions. There's always going to be ups and downs along the way, but as long as there is growth on a regular basis, that's all I want to see. And it just shows the health of junior cricket in the county, that over 1,000 teams are playing across our club cricket programme, and that's largely obviously down to you for getting those teams organised and entered into various competitions. The last measure that we utilise at the moment is within our club mark clubs. So at the end of each year, we ask for participation data across all of the age groups within the club network that we're working closely with or directly with. We also want to try and collate, if we can, information from all clubs, whether you're club marked or not, just so we can get a better feel and handle on how the game is growing. We know or not. We know there are challenges out there in the club round, and we want to be able to try and help and support you in the best way that we possibly can. And if we know of any issues that you have, let us know, please, because we would like to obviously help and support you get through those problems. but if we could get hold of as much data as possible to collate and find out actually what the trends are like within the club world. So to give you an idea, again, this is across our clubs, and it shows indicatively that everything seems to be in a reasonable position. Obviously, All Stars cricket started 2 years ago. We had 1,600 in year one, 1,900 in year two, and we've got more centres this year, and hopefully we can go past the 2,000 mark quite easily. Obviously, All Stars cricket isn't for every club, and you can see the number of under 5 to under 8 already playing club cricket, sort of outside the All Stars programme. And again, that number is growing. So really strong stats. 9s to 11s again is strong, as is the 12 to 14s area. Now, it's not all good news, and as we all well know, there are issues with this age group. The 15s to 17s, it's a challenging age group, but hopefully we can start to buck that trend. It's not a massive drop, but it is a drop, and it's something we don't want. However, one stat that I'm really happy about is that within our club world is the 18s and 19s. There's been a decent increase within the club network this year. And whether that's down to the impact of the Surrey Slam, which is obviously a competition that's gone from strength to strength, or the under-19 T20 club competition, that's showing that players are coming back into the game at 18 and 19 years of age, because there is a competition for them to be part of, which they want to play. And we know of evidence from certain clubs that the players who have dropped out over the last 3 or 4 years have all of a sudden reappeared and want to play cricket again, which is very healthy for the game. Within senior cricket, again, small growth, which is always pleasing. You know, the national trend of adult cricket seems to be on the decline, but we seem to be holding our own. Obviously, still lots more work to do on that, but hopefully it'll be okay and we can continue with the good work. To do a like-for-like comparison, we can see there we had 84 clubs that club marked in 2018, 87 in 2018. So the average club size is on the up. So that's the best way of doing a direct comparison. And you know, I think the state of club cricket is not too bad. Yes, there are challenges. We know that. And what challenges you face, please let us know so we can try and help and support you get over those. So within the club mark clubs, we also collect the number of coaches that are involved in the programme. There's just under 900, and that's stayed about the same year by year. We're obviously looking to grow that because it's important that we continue to grow the number of coaches in the county, and we can talk more about that later. More importantly, the number of volunteers has increased. We've got just over 3,000 volunteers now involved in the game. Part of this can be put down to All Stars cricket. One of the byproducts of that is increased number of volunteers at the clubs by parents getting involved in the activities. And we have done comparisons between All Stars cricket clubs and the number of volunteers that have appeared, and there is a direct correlation between those two. So if you're not doing All Stars cricket at the moment, something to think about, despite the challenges of the financial aspect, because a volunteer is a valuable asset as well. So just something for you to think about. So in summary, we've got about 20,000 players playing across the county and across our clubs, which is good to see. That's numbers, obviously we want that to go up. Increase on last year of about 1,350 players. Amazingly, we have 43 clubs who've got 200 plus members and 20 who have 150 plus members. I think when I came to Surrey in 2005, we only had about 25 clubs that had 200 plus player members. So the growth of club cricket is gone really, really well, mainly down to the great work that you do in growing your junior sections. Like-for-like stats, consecutive years, results are positive, and the junior game has obviously grown by 1,100 players, of which over half of those are girls, which is fantastic to see. And overall, the women and girls game has grown by over 30% year on year, and no doubt it will continue to grow as we move forward. So coming up, we have some big opportunities to establish cricket as being the choice, the summer choice of sport. Biggest ever summer of cricket that we're going to have. It's probably in our lifetime. So we've got the World Cup starting at the beginning of the season, followed by an Ashes. So if we can't grab this opportunity, there's something wrong. The other thing that's happened in recent months is ECB have launched a new strategy called Inspiring Generations, and I'm just going to show you a few slides about that. So this is the Inspiring Generations document. It's a whole game plan, so it's the professional game and the recreational game coming together as one. You can see their purpose and the 2024 ambition there. And obviously they're wanting cricket to be a game for everybody. So that's the strap line, and we'll see where we go towards that. There are 6 main areas that are involved within the strategy. Obviously there's a lot of things in cricket, but they're picking out certain things that they are going to focus on. Excuse me. This is the first 3 of the 6 sort of strands, and you can see if you start to ring fence a few of those, there's investment in club facilities, a new community investment fund for first class counties and county cricket boards. There is investment in non-traditional playing facilities. There's continuing to deliver a South Asian action plan, and there's going to be a new participation product linked to the new